Yo, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video on my channel. Today we're talking about update 2 on Anime Simulator. Now this is going to be a huge update for everybody playing the game because it's going to be a stepping stone in understanding what the updates or the big updates are going to look like from now on in Anime Simulator. Now in this update we're getting a ton of new things that I want to talk about, but before we get into all that, make sure you go down below and leave a like on the video because I try to bring you guys the best news and the best videos possible to help you guys out. So if you want to help me out, just leave a like, comment something, make sure you subscribe because I'm going to be making a ton more content on this game. So if you're new, make sure you are subscribed for future videos and giveaways. But without further ado, let's get into the video, man. Let's get hyped. So the first thing that we're going to see right here is going to be Sukuna. As you see, Kelvin GTS did something a little bit funny, and you know, he put himself compared to the boss. Now look, I'm thinking that we're going to see Sukuna as the boss or one of the bosses, right? But I feel like he could be an event boss. Now look, hear me out. We know Kelvin loves events. We know that he loves you know, sneaking stuff that he may not talk about, and this is one of the few things that I think that he might be implying. Now look, we have the Curse King and we also have a different one. Like for example, we have Poseidon that looks pretty big, so it cannot be a companion, but it could just be the camera angle. I truly believe that Kelvin GTS might go ahead and just make Curse King the boss for obviously update 2. Update 2 is gonna bring out a bunch of different things besides this, like a whole new world. Now, this whole new world is going to consist of pretty much the same principle as World 1. The fact that we're getting a whole new world on Update 2 goes to show that they are having huge plans. They are trying to follow the same categories, same methods as Anime Fighting Simulator. So obviously, they are going to cook pretty hard. And this is one of the few things that I'm most excited about, and it's obviously Sukuna. Now, this boss model looks kind of tough, looks kind of good. I will say one thing about it though is that I have not seen anybody do four-arm Sukuna, which is going to be extremely cool to see how it's going to look. Some people did speculate that it was going to be a transformation, and to those people I have to say that it's very unlikely because of the size. If there was going to be a Curse King kind of transformation, I'm guessing it would be sneaked a little bit differently. I think this is just going to purely be a boss, and I 100% think that. But if it's somehow a transformation, it's going to be insane because that looks amazing either way. Now I'm really curious how they're gonna do his abilities, because obviously we all want to see Sukuna do his domain expansion. It's one of the few things that many people are looking forward to this game adding, like transformations and domain expansions. I'm really curious how they are going to make this, because this game, as you guys know, is not going to be by anime accurate. They're going to make their own versions of the moves. We saw this by the way they did Atomic. Atomic looks nothing like the anime, but it looks pretty clean. So we're gonna see how this is gonna be, how this is gonna work, and how they're going to cook with this, because I'm not gonna lie, update 2, the pressure is up, man. Update 2 is technically the first huge update that they're releasing, and this update may change the game in better ways, or it might change the game in bad ways. It really just depends on the amount of quality and amount of content that they release on this update. Also, will bring a lot of people and new back into the game, which I'm really excited for, to see this game grow even bigger. But this is just one of the few sneaks that we have, but it does go to show how big this update is actually going to be. So that's going to be the first thing, okay? Second thing is obviously, like I said before, Poseidon. Poseidon is one of the least popular characters. He's from an anime. Forgot the name of the anime, but it is pretty good, okay? And it's basically just gods fighting versus each other. And Poseidon is one of those, okay? Now, I will say this much. The model looks amazing. I think everybody can agree on that. Now, whether this is a transformation or whether this is a boss, or whether this is a companion, it's really just up to you, because the way the camera is angled, we don't see how big or small it is. Now, you see that tree on the distance, so I'm guessing it's pretty small, so it could only be a transformation or a companion, but I'm not really sure how it's gonna be. I'm gonna assume it's a companion, and if it is, that's pretty cool. I really hope that it's a limited. That would be kind of sick, but nonetheless, it is a really cool model, and I am excited to see what they do with it. The next thing is obviously fighting pass. Now right here by Kelvin, it says most fearsome god. sharing, unlike OG AFS, we will not make you go through a battle pass tier without some type of reward. So that quote from Kelvin GTS makes me think that we're gonna get a battle pass, or a fighting pass as you call it in Anime Fighting Simulator. Now, this is one of the few things that everybody loved. Now, they loved it because of two reasons. One, because you could buy it with in-game currency, which was the big thing. And I'm guessing this is their form of gems. This is their form of Chikara, okay? It's kind of their version, okay? So gems is probably what you're going to use to buy a fighting pass. So if you don't know a good gem method, it's the perfect time to go to my other video I did, update 1 gem method. Go ahead and check it out. Watch the whole video, because this is going to be what you're going to need to do to get the fighting pass. Make sure you have at least 500k gems, because it could cost 500k. So just make sure that you guys know that you should save up a ton of gems, because it's going to be something that you're going to need to get the fighting pass. So just make sure you understand that. Now, the next thing he says is, I also wanted to inquire about console support and mobile lag. If you're going through some uncomfortable / inconsistent dev hit, definitely hit us up. Yeah, I mean, basically just a bunch of lag stuff, which I'm pretty sure they're already fixed. Nothing major on there. Here's another sneak that is kind of cool. Since you guys are awake, here's another leak, potentially for update 2. Now, it's not 100% guaranteed, but it is an armored titan. Now look, armored titan is if I'm not mistaken, okay, transformation. Okay, now I said there was a transformation before on a titan, and I was mistaken because I completely forgot that they had the colossal titan was not a transformation. I was bugging. I thought it was this titan, the armored titan. So basically this is probably going to be a transformation. I hope. It would be very cool if it was. But you know, it is pretty cool to see the armored titan here. And then another thing right here is another sneak by Kelvin, and it says no idea what's he gonna do, but it'll hurt. Now this has two meanings, right? The first meaning is it's gonna be a boss, and that is the most logical meaning. The other meaning that I'm thinking it's gonna be potentially is a transformation, and the way you get the transformation is obviously by fighting the boss, but I'm not sure. Okay, I'm not sure. I will say this much though. If this is the boss, then Sukuna has to be the transformation, because obviously Kelvin said there's going to be new transformations guaranteed. This can be of two things, you know. The transformations could be Jujutsu Kaisen, or it could be Dragon Ball Z. I'm not 100% sure, not 100% on it. But if you see, the model seems to be human size or boss size. I'm leaning towards human size, but I'm not 100%. He looks really cool, right? He looks really cool. I'm hoping Sukuna is going to be the transformation, because if it is, that's amazing. But if this is a transformation, I would not be mad. I would not be sad, you know, like I would not be disappointed either way. Either way, it's going to be a lot of fun to get. And I'm hoping that it's going to be coming out next week. Now, look, let's talk about a little bit of the release date, right? Now, the release date is going to be very soon. I'm assuming it's going to be next week. If it's not going to be next Sunday, it's guaranteed to be the week after. Now, they released an update every single week since launch, and you can see them keeping a nice solid pace on the update department. You know, they have not failed us yet in an update. You know, the first week, it was a solid update. Second week, they brought a bunch of more auras. They brought a bunch of more stuff to do. And, you know, many people saw that as a, it's okay, I guess. But nobody really was, like, shocked. But this time, we're going to get a whole world, whole new transformation, and a whole lot of stuff to do. Now, the way you prepare for Update 2 is quite easy. What you need to do is remember to get a bunch of gems, because there might be a fighting pass. Now, it's not guaranteed that it's going to be a fighting pass. So I recommend you guys save up 1,000,000 gems or 500k gems, wherever stage you're on in the game. If you're a higher stage in the game, go for the 1,000,000. If you're lower stage, go for 500k. But one of those is what you're going to have to hit as a goal, okay? At least 500k. The next thing you're going to need to do is obviously get ready for transformation. So make sure that you have the fire fruit, light fruit, or dragon fruit. Those three are the best ones. I recommend fire fruit, but the other two do look cooler. So it's just up to you. Another thing is get ready for your combos, because the new boss is going to have a whole new moveset, which means you're going to have to adapt to that moveset. Maybe that boss will make it so you're unable to go above them. And if that's the case, you're going to have to prepare to obviously fight it another way. So instead of fighting Blackbeard like I taught you in my, you know, how to solo Blackbeard video, you need to go ahead and try to beat Blackbeard by using different methods. So for example, try to beat long range, see how much damage, see how fast you can beat Blackbeard by just doing long range abilities. Get a moveset going, kind of come up with different formulas, because trust me, this boss is going to be much harder since it's a whole new world, and it's going to have a lot trickier movesets. We've seen this in other games like Anime Fighting Simulator, easy to very hard very quickly, right? And especially the other stuff, like obviously we're gonna get a ton of new training zones, so you have to make sure you can get to world 2 right away. What does that mean? You have to get to at least 1 trillion on each stat, okay? So it's gonna go obviously 1 trillion, 10 trillion, 100 trillion, then it's gonna go to 1 QD. So if you're not on 1 QD by the time World 2 drops, you're going to be in a huge disadvantage. I recommend you to obviously just go ahead and get to 1 QD on all 3 stats. That way you'll be ready for when the update drops to go straight to World 2 and start farming everything. Now, I will say a couple more things before we end the video, and that's if you follow my channel, I will obviously upload a new gem guide because there's going to be a new one guaranteed. I'm going to upload a how to solo the new boss 100% guaranteed. And if there's a fighting pass, I might buy the whole battle pass. I'm not sure. Just show me some love and I might. Just stay up to my channel, man. I love you guys, and I want to show you guys a bunch of things on this game to help you guys as much as I can. So, you know, all you have to do to just support me is just leave a like, comment something nice, and obviously just be subscribed. And I'll see you guys on the next one, okay? Please take care. Say hi to your mom for me, and see you guys on the next one. Stay safe. Peace out.